So many people think that investing is only for the wealthy or those with tons of money to throw around. They think you need to be some Wall Street hotshot to even think about getting started. Well, in this video, I am going to reveal how you can start investing with just $1,000 in 2024. What are the common missing points that all beginners do, but when they try to fix it but always fail? They don't have a solid strategy. They jump into individual stocks without understanding the market, or worse, they leave their money sitting in a savings account getting eaten away by inflation. But if I tell you there's a smarter way to invest your first $1,000, even if you're starting from scratch, we're diving deep into 5 powerful investment strategies that can set you on the path to financial freedom. Let's get started. So, you're ready to start investing but you're not sure where to begin? Trust me, I've been there. A lot of people think index ETFs are boring. They think, oh, they just track the market, where's the excitement in that? But let me tell you, index ETFs are like the rock stars of the investment world. Think of an index ETF like the S&P 500, which tracks the performance of 500 of the largest US companies. When you invest in an S&P 500 index ETF, you're essentially buying a tiny piece of all those companies. That's instant diversification. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket, which reduces your risk significantly. Now you might be wondering, but Graham, aren't index ETFs kind of slow? And yeah, they're not going to make you a millionaire overnight, but that's not the point. The beauty of index ETFs is that they're designed for long-term, steady growth. They're like the tortoise in the race, slow and steady, winning in the end. And here's the kicker: index ETFs are incredibly low cost. You see, when you invest in actively managed funds, you're paying those fund managers big bucks to pick and choose stocks. But with index ETFs, you're basically hitching a free ride on the market's overall performance. Now let me give you a specific example. One of my favorite index ETFs is the Invesco QQQ Trust. Now, this bad boy tracks the NASDAQ 100 index, which is heavily weighted towards technology companies. And we all know how tech has been booming lately. So, if you're just starting out, investing in an index ETF like QQQ is like laying the foundation for a solid financial future. It's a smart, low-cost way to get your feet wet in the market and start building wealth for the long haul. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Alright, so we've got our solid foundation with index ETFs. Now let's talk about adding some turbocharge to your portfolio with growth ETFs. These are like the sports cars of the investment world, designed for speed and potential for high returns. Now I know what you might be thinking. Growth ETFs? Aren't those super risky? And yeah, they can be more volatile than index ETFs. But here's the thing, with higher risk comes the potential for higher rewards. And trust me, in the long run, those rewards can be substantial. The key with growth ETFs is to be strategic. You don't want to go all in on the riskiest ones out there. Instead, look for growth ETFs that focus on specific sectors with huge growth potential. 2 sectors that I'm really excited about right now are cybersecurity and cloud computing. Think about it, with all the data breaches and cyber attacks happening these days, cybersecurity is more important than ever. And with more and more businesses moving their operations to the cloud, the demand for cloud computing services is only going to increase. So, how do you invest in these high-growth sectors? Well, that's where growth ETFs come in. One of my go-to growth ETFs is the First Trust Cybersecurity ETF, CIBR. This ETF invests in a basket of companies that are leading the charge in cybersecurity innovation. Another great option is the iShares Expanded Tech Software Sector ETF, IGM. This ETF focuses on companies in the software industry, which is a key driver of growth in the technology sector. By investing in growth ETFs like CIBR and IGM, you're tapping into the power of these mega trends and positioning yourself for potentially explosive returns. Remember, growth ETFs are all about long-term growth. Don't panic if you see some short-term volatility. Just stay focused on the big picture and let those gains compound over time. Let's talk real estate, people. Now I know what you're thinking. Graham, real estate, isn't that for rich people with tons of cash? And yeah, buying a rental property outright can be expensive, but here's the secret. You don't need to be a millionaire to invest in real estate. You can actually get started with real estate investing through ETFs. That's right, ETFs that hold a basket of real estate investment trusts, or REITs. REITs are companies that own and operate income-producing real estate properties like shopping malls, office buildings, and apartments. Think of REIT ETFs like owning a tiny piece of hundreds of different properties across the country. And the best part? REITs are legally required to distribute at least 90% of their taxable income to shareholders in the form of dividends. Now, who doesn't love passive income? Dividends are like getting paid just for being an owner. It's like having your money work for you, generating a steady stream of cash flow. One of my favorite REIT ETFs is the Real Estate Select Sector Spider Fund, XLRE. This bad boy tracks the real estate sector of the S&P 500, giving you exposure to a diversified portfolio of REITs. So, if you're looking for a way to diversify your portfolio, generate passive income, and hedge against inflation, REIT ETFs are a fantastic option. They offer a unique combination of growth potential and income generation, making them a valuable addition to any well-rounded investment portfolio. Let's dive into the world of equal weight ETFs. Now you might be wondering, equal weight, what's so special about that? Well, my friends, equal weight ETFs are like the Robin Hood of the investment world, leveling the playing field and giving all companies an equal say, regardless of their size. See, most traditional market cap weighted ETFs, like the ones we talked about earlier, are heavily influenced by the largest companies in the index. So if a handful of tech giants are doing well, the entire ETF can get pulled up, even if other sectors are lagging behind. But with equal weight ETFs, every company in the index gets an equal allocation, regardless of its market capitalization. This means that smaller companies have just as much influence on the ETF's performance as the big players. Now, why is this important? Because it helps to reduce your risk and potentially boost your returns. By investing in an equal weight ETF, you're essentially betting on the overall performance of a sector or the entire market, rather than putting all your eggs in the baskets of a few large cap stocks. One of my favorite equal weight ETFs is the Invesco S&P 500 Equal Weight ETF, RSP. This ETF tracks the S&P 500, but instead of weighting the companies by market cap, it gives each company an equal weighting. This means that you're getting broad exposure to the US stock market without being overly reliant on the performance of a few mega cap companies. So if you're looking for a way to diversify your portfolio, reduce your risk, and potentially enhance your returns, equal weight ETFs are definitely worth considering. Alright, let's talk about putting it all together with the core satellite strategy. This is like the ultimate investment strategy, combining the stability of core holdings with the growth potential of satellite investments. It's like having your cake and eating it too. The idea behind the core satellite strategy is simple. You allocate the majority of your portfolio, say 70 to 80%, to core holdings. These are your foundation, your rock-solid investments that provide stability and diversification. Now, for your core holdings, you can't go wrong with those broad market index ETFs we talked about earlier. They're like the bedrock of your portfolio, providing exposure to a wide range of companies and sectors. Once you've got your core in place, it's time to add some spice with your satellite holdings. This is where you can let your inner investor shine and allocate a smaller portion of your portfolio, say 20 to 30%, to investments with higher growth potential. Your satellite holdings could include things like growth ETFs, sector-specific ETFs, or even individual stocks. The key here is to be strategic and choose investments that align with your risk tolerance and financial goals. Now, the beauty of the core satellite strategy is that it provides the best of both worlds. You get the stability and diversification of a core portfolio, along with the potential for higher returns from your satellite investments. It's like having a balanced breakfast that also includes a side of bacon. So, whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned investor, the core satellite strategy is a powerful approach that can help you achieve your financial goals. It's all about finding the right balance between risk and reward, and creating a portfolio that's tailored to your unique needs. There you have it. 5 powerful investment strategies that can help you grow your $1,000 into a substantial nest egg. Remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making smart, informed decisions and staying the course, even when the market gets bumpy. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful investment strategies. And if you're looking for even more personalized guidance on your investment journey, be sure to check out the links in the description below. Stay inspired and keep investing smartly. See you in the next video.